Today we would like to remember a very bright actor who burst into our lives in the 80s and managed to charm everyone at first sight. Like many actors of those years, Patrick Swayze came to the cinema from the ballet. Patrick's mother was a professional choreographer and was practicing dance with children since childhood. In his school years, Patrick was taunted by classmates. In those ancient times, if a man was seen wearing tights and he wasn't Superman, it could cause misunderstanding. So that this misunderstanding did not grow into something bigger, Patrick was studying martial arts and playing football in addition to dancing. All these diverse hobbies in the future would have a positive impact on his career. Swayze's career began successfully. He starred in the very popular sitcom MASH. The series was so popular in the 80s that it got as long as 11 seasons. The role of Private Sturgis was not the main, but the young man was noticed and began to offer roles in small films and TV series. The real breakthrough for Swayze was the role in the film of a very talented uncle of a very talented actor. Patrick had a supporting role in Outsiders, but this film had a major impact on his career and the life of the other actors who starred in the film. In addition to Swayze, Tom Cruise, Matt Dillon, Rob Lowe, and Emilio Estevez got their way in big movies. The film was not a big hit, but it did pay off its budget and earned great reviews from critics. The film would later develop cult status in the United States around it. For himself, Francis Ford Coppola's Small and Simple film became a kind of salvation after the deafening failure of the film, One from the Heart, which at a budget of $26 million was able to collect only $600,000. Swayze did not immediately become a star after Outsiders. He went on to make small films and work in television. In those years, action movies about democracy-threatening communists were on the wave of popularity. The hits were Rambo, Missing in Action with Chuck Norris. The same hit should have been the movie Red Dawn, where Swayze already had the lead role. The film was about a military invasion of the Soviet Union at an American school. After which the ordinary teenagers, led by Patrick Swayze, gave them a fight. The film did well at the box office, taking in $38 million on a budget of $4. The film received crushing reviews from critics who berated everything and everyone in the film. Due to the fact that the script got more attention than the actors because of its idiocy, Patrick was able to save himself on television. Usually with departure to TV, people talk about the sunset of an acting career. There Patrick had a lot of success waiting for him. He got the lead role in the miniseries North and South, which told about the difficult fate of young people during the Civil War. The series had a huge success. Both the audience and critics were delighted with the historical picture. The series was praised for its authenticity, the costumes, and noted the actors with Golden Globe nominations. And although Swayze did not get a nomination for the prestigious award, the TV movie gave a huge boost to his career. In 1986, Patrick starred in Youngblood, where he was called by Rob Lowe, with whom they became friends on the set of Outsiders. The film did modestly at the box office and did not show any miracles. In his next film, Patrick also starred with an actress with whom he had already worked previously in Red Dawn. Between Jennifer Grey and Swayze, the relationship did not go well the first time. And in Dirty Dancing they had to play a couple in love, which was a real test for the actors. They were constantly fighting, arguing and pissing each other off. At one point, the whole crew began to worry because of the constant scandals, they would not be able to finish shooting. This was not the first problem with the film. From the very beginning of production, there were constant problems. No one wanted to take on such a script. In those years, the screens were dominated by action movies and the stars were guys who knew karate. No one wanted to get involved with romantic dances. Producer Linda Gottlieb received 42 rejections from various studios. Only a small company, Vestron Video, which was known for low-budget films going straight to video, was interested in the script. She needed a small film to show in theaters. Initially, Billy Zane and Sarah Jessica Parker were to play the lead roles, but when Swayze and Grey appeared at the paired auditions, everyone realized that it was Johnny and Baby. The actors were approved for the role despite the fact that they were much older than their characters in real life. Jennifer Grey amazed everyone with her ability to transform into a teenager in a second. Swayze did not agree to the role, because he was afraid that the knee injury, obtained by playing football, may make itself felt. Patrick did not want to risk his health over a small film that nobody wanted. But the love of dance took over. Emile Ardolino was assigned to direct the film. He was an experienced documentary filmmaker, but had never made a feature film. Strange, as it may seem, on the contrary, this played a positive role for the film. Because of his attraction to documentaries, the director constantly filmed actors' rehearsals. Some of the footage was used in the film and became his specialty. The naturalism of the actors charmed the audience. With a budget of $6 million, the film grossed $213 million at the box office. The success was colossal. Wanting to move away from the image of a hero of girls' hearts, Patrick remembered that he could not only dance, but also to fight. In the same year, 87 released a fantastic movie Steel Dawn and the action movie The Next of Kin in 89. At the box office, both films failed. Patrick received a nomination for a Golden Raspberry for his role in the second film. The only relative success of this action period is Roadhouse. Despite the modest numbers at the box office and 4 Golden Raspberry nominations, the film became a cult movie in the United States. That's what saved Swayze. In an effort to keep his career afloat, Patrick made his way into another low-budget melodrama that no one believed in. In 1990, the film Ghost was released. He became the highest-grossing film of the year. About the history of its creation I have already told. As I said, at that time it was an action movie that ruled the ball. Big budgets were allocated for guys who could perform the U-turn kick. Franchises were born, which brought money. And the small dramas, which were a crazy success, brought the actors only fame, but not money. So despite the resounding success of Dirty Dancing and The Ghost, Swayze did not leave trying to gain a foothold in the role of the hero of the action movie. And in 1991 he succeeded in it. On the screens came Point Break, which finally consolidated the star status for Swayze and Keanu Reeves. Patrick was originally supposed to play Johnny Utah. But when he read the script, he persuaded director Kathryn Bigelow to give him the role of Bodie. After the cop role became vacant, Johnny Depp, Charlie Sheen, and Val Kilmer tried out for it. The closest to appearing in the movie was Matthew Broderick, who at the last minute bypassed Reeves. Shooting the film went without difficulties. Actors, by their own admission, cooperated from the first minutes. The only problem was the long absence of Swayze on the set because he was involved in the European promo for the movie Ghost. But it didn't affect the length of the shoot. It was decided in the scenes where Swayze's character was wearing a mask to replace the actor with an stuntman. The film received excellent reviews and on a budget of $24 million grossed $83 million at the box office and became a true classic of the action movie. During a trip to Europe, Swayze received an offer to star in the Anglo-French film City of Joy. Patrick played in it an American tourist who gets into a series of troubles in Calcutta. The film completely failed at the box office, but received good reviews from critics. Despite his star status, Swayze began to flop with all of his films at the box office. No one liked these pictures and even the face of a famous actor could not attract viewers to the cinemas. The biggest blow to the actor's career was the movie Tall Tale. It was a family western from Disney Studios. The film failed miserably at the box office, having collected only $11 million on a budget of $32. By the end of the 90s, Patrick began to fade into the background in low-budget films. In 2003 he tried to revive his career with another dance film. The Last Dance was directed by Swayze's wife. The actor himself also appeared as a producer of the film. At the time of filming, the actor was already 50 years old and the movie turned out to be such a version of Dirty Dancing for retired people and the film was no one wanted. In 2004 the sequel of the Dirty Dancing with the subtitle Havana Nights was released. Here Patrick has decided to give the way to young actors, and he played a dance teacher. For this role the actor received $5 million. To repeat the success of the first part did not work. The sequel was barely able to recoup its budget. Street dance has already started to take over the dance culture, and the movie You Got Served, released 3 months before Havana Nights, proved it. The film about street dancers grossed $48 million on a budget of $8 million, leaving Swayze no chance. Patrick went on to star in television, in Europe, voiced cartoons, but there was no sign of his former success. Perhaps if Swayze did not flounder between different genres, and chose to focus on romantic comedies, in which he had obvious success, his career has developed differently. In any case, he gave us wonderful characters and great movies, which without his participation is quite impossible to imagine. The last work of the actor was the series The Beast, released in 2009. The series received good reviews, but because of his illness, Patrick was unable to continue shooting the second season. Despite the fact that the actor was diagnosed with cancer while filming the pilot episode, Patrick starred in all episodes, and in 5 months he missed only 2 days of filming, and that because of the cold. Because of his progressive illness, the actor could not participate in the promotional campaign for the series, and it was held without him. The role of FBI agent Charles Barker was the last in the life of the actor. He passed away on September 14, 2009.